Hi, Gail here from PLR-health-wizard. And today I'm going to be finishing up my answer to Rachel, who sent me a question last week about traffic to her website. It had dropped off and about how to track what these people are doing. And last week we talked a little bit about Google Analytics and setting up some long tail keywords and doing a little bit of keyword research. And you can find that post by clicking through on the link on the blog post above, and it'll tell you and show you a little bit about what we talked about. But today we're going to talk about what we're going to do with that information. So the first thing we're going to look at is Google Alerts. And Rachel, you're in the medical field, and so it's really important for you to be able to track what medical research is coming out in your niche so that you can talk to your customers and your clients and your readers about that, and you can give them your take on what that research means for them personally. And now that you've done that in your blog post, you can make a video about it. And while you're creating your video with your webcam, you can run Audacity, and Audacity will pick up just the audio. So now you have a video that you can edit with Windows Movie Maker, which is free. And you have an audio which you can put onto podcast sites, podcast sharing sites that you've done with a piece of software that is free. And you also have a press release that's going to create a backlink, a very nice, good backlink to your site that's going to tell people about the medical research that's just been released, but also your take on it. And so you have these three really great ways of developing good backlinks to your site. Now you've got this blog post about this medical research, and you're going to use a featured image on your post or some kind of an image in your post. And you take that image out, you put it into a program like Photoscape, where you can add some content, some text into the photo. The text in the photo that you add is going to have some way of engaging your readers, engaging them, and maybe even encouraging them to share it, whether it's funny or it has some wow value to it. And then that image you're going to put onto Pinterest and Stumble Upon and Tumblr, and it'll be in your Facebook timeline. And now that link from that image should go back to your blog, whether it's going back to the blog page where you talk about whatever that is. So pretend it's, diabetes and somebody's released a brand new insulin pump, and you have an offer on one of your pages in your niche or in your blog about insulin pumps. And so now those links from the Facebook and Tumble Upon Tumblr and Stumble Upon can go back to that page, and your press release can go back to your blog post, and you're going to be able to then you're developing a better backlinking system and places where people can actually find your content and then click on it and find your site. Now, the other thing you need to be really careful about is where you're putting your effort. Is your effort best placed into developing video and podcasts and getting those out, or is your effort best placed into developing some great photo and getting that put out? And the only way to determine that is to track your metrics. And the program that's really the greatest is Google Analytics. Now there's some good things and there's some bad things about using Google Analytics, but for today it's Google Analytics, and it's free. And you are then able to track your conversions, however you define those, whether it's an opting in or a purchase of a product. And you can set up your goals through Google Analytics, so it can show you, that the person who came from organic search purchased more frequently, but the person who came from Facebook more frequently opted into your e-zine. And then depending upon what your goals are, where you need to focus your marketing. So I hope that helped, Rachel. The links to the resources that I talked about are in the blog post, so feel free, please, to take a look through and read and make sure that I covered everything in the video. And I hope that helped.